Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks so much for joining us for News Now at noon on this Monday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, the man who admitted to WNY News Now that he hung his pit bull, resulting in its death, will soon be the first person on the county's animal abuse registry.
Plus, a teen is facing charges following a car chase in the city of Dunkirk. But first, we get a check of our forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by in the First Defense Weather Center. We could see some freezing rain coming our way, Dakota.
Yeah, we definitely do have a little bit of freezing rain that is coming our way. Oh, there's a bird that just flew in front of this camera. You're looking live at the downtown Erie camera, and we've seen the camera shaking in the wind a little bit with that southeast wind of 19, and you can also, with the southeast wind of 19, you can also see some of the advent of the rain that's been falling throughout the area. Here it is on First Defense Doppler. We have a batch of snow that is starting to push into the southern tier, and some rain showers out toward Erie, PA. And again, when you get into this purple color, that indicates a rain-snow mix, possibly some freezing rain. Temperatures today are going to be into the lower 30s, and they're not going to drop back too much tonight, leading to some pockets of freezing rain. So with that, the National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for all of Western New York and actually much of our PA viewing area as well. This is in effect now and will continue until 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. And there's also a wind advisory in effect for the southern tier and also for Erie County, PA as well. And this is for wind gusts right near the Lake Erie shoreline and the northward facing hills, maybe of around 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts. And that's mainly tonight. And that starts pretty much tonight and lasts until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So again, we've got a lot on the table here, a very complex forecast. We'll break it down a little bit later on. So here's the hour by hour. You can see here temperature is not budging too much. And these are actually going to be early lows. Temperatures will rise tonight with the presence of a warm front. We'll talk about that, how much ice we could see, plus that quick solution 7-day a little bit later on in the show. Jay and Matt.
All right, Dakota, looking forward to it, sir. Thank you very much. Our top story, the Jamestown man who admitted to WNY News Now last April he hung his pit bull, resulting in its death, will soon become the first member of the Chautauqua County Animal Abuse Registry. Robert Overton Jr. pled guilty to a charge of aggravated animal cruelty last Friday in Chautauqua County Court. He was committed to serving 1 year minus credit for time served in Chautauqua County Jail. And that's in accordance with New York State's agricultural and markets law. Overton will be sentenced coming up at a later date.
Meanwhile, County Executive George Borrello reacted this morning to that news of Overton's guilty plea and the impending admission to the registry. Borrello says he's happy to see that the animal abuse law in Chautauqua County is starting to take shape.
Glad to see it's working. I wish we would never have to have anybody be on the registry, because that would mean people aren't abusing animals. But since we do have an environment where that occurs, I'm glad that we're able to now, after this guy serves his sentence, he'll now be on this list and no longer be eligible to adopt an animal or buy an animal as a pet. So I'm glad we have this, it's hopefully we don't ever have to put any more people on it, but I'm glad we have that as a tool.
Now, Borrello, like District Attorney Patrick Swanson, says he believes that New York State's laws on animal abuse are too weak. Borrello adds that he has had and will continue to have discussions with State Senator Kathy Young and State Assemblyman Andy Goodell on how to strengthen the laws. And we will have a full story of Borrello's reaction this afternoon on our website at WNYNewsNow.com.
And Matt, a lot of people obviously very emotional about this story from really when it broke, when we were on scene, that residents discovered this pit bull, to continuing coverage of police searching for a suspect, and then we learning through sources, finding the suspect, and he willing to talk to us. And this was the biggest story of 2018, and as we said in our 2018 recap show just days ago, that it continuing until now. And I think people online seeing the agricultural law and seeing specifically what I know you've had a lot of talking with talks with DA Swanson about it. A lot of people may be disappointed on the surface, but Swanson says that the law itself should be updated as well.
And when I talked to DA Swanson on Friday, he said he knew people were going to be upset.
Right.
And I mean, it's something. I mean, he called again, and Borrello are calling for tougher punishments. But right now, the law is what it is.
And they can't really do anything more than that. That's how the system works.
And the biggest thing, I know people were calling for the biggest punishment at 2 years in county jail, but one has to remember this. He is, when it comes to this law, a first-time offender. And he, according to police, did cooperate.
Right.
So that... I mean, I can't say for certain, but that probably came into play when it came to sentencing.
Right, and we had sound with his wife at the county courthouse, the city courthouse rather, outside of City Hall. It's all one building, where as this initial proceedings were continuing, kind of around the media frenzy, so to speak, that you get from outside agencies. Ourselves contributes to it, good or bad. And, she said in a way her husband felt bad for this. And, we never truly will know what he feels. But either way, people reacting to it and very much upset.
Yeah.
So, because there's the court of law and then there's the court of public opinion.
Yes.
Those are two very different things.
Yes.
So, as we said, Matt will have much more on Borrello's reaction to the Overton story on WNYNewsNow.com as well as the day progresses. Other headlines that we're following today, a Dunkirk teen is facing charges after allegedly leading sheriff's deputies on a vehicle pursuit through the city of Dunkirk. That happened on Saturday morning. Deputies tell us that 18-year-old Alan Wasserman Vega allegedly failed to pull over for a traffic violation on Daughtry Street. The pursuit reportedly ended at a local business, and that's when the team attempted to flee on foot. Chicago County Sheriff's deputies say that Wasserman Vega allegedly possessed 2 handguns and a quantity of cocaine during the time of his arrest. He now faces many charges related to that incident.
A pair of Sherman residents were arrested Friday evening following a traffic stop on East Main Street in Panama. Deputies tell us that 22-year-old Darian Leach and 19-year-old Benjamin Troyer were in possession of approximately 2 grams of methamphetamine, as well as marijuana, drug packaging material, and several scales. Both Leach and Troyer were taken into custody and they faced charges. Only Leach is listed as an inmate in the Chautauqua County Jail.
And chiming in with the comments here, saying hello to Daniel, to Wendy. Thank you so much for being here with us. Daniel is chiming in now on to that other important issue, what's being done locally to curb the influx of illegal immigration. That's certainly a good idea, Daniel, and we'll certainly take that into consideration.
Well, and that's something, too, to quickly, if you don't mind, address. I mean, that's something that is constantly talked about, and I think will be continually talked about with Congressman Tom Reed.
Right.
We're in there every week with him during a conference call, and that's something too. I mean, it's talked about a lot by a lot of reporters,
right?
And certainly we can address that again,
right? Absolutely, and we'll certainly reach out to Congressman Reed and see. I know tomorrow we have a conference call. Matt handles that under politics, so certainly looking into that. Robbie saying hello to you. Hello to Rory, who has the day off.
Rory, what's happening?
Dave, happy Monday. And a lot of people are talking about this, the dark gray skies. Of course, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter has much more coming up on that and a little bit later on.
Next year, though, the price of gas continues to drop. We'll tell you how low it is.
Stay with us.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
The price of gas continues to fall as we head into the new year. Now, the price of an average gallon of gas is around $2.59 here in Jamestown. That is around 6 cents lower than the regional average, of $2.65. The average dropped 4 cents since last week. Experts report that low fuel prices are a bright spot for motorists, but result from global economic problems. The price of oil is showing that investors fear a long slump in the price. Economic worries are overpowering any effect from the production cuts announced last week by OPEC.
Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson says he won't prosecute a case that falls under the 7-bullet provision that's listed in New York State's SAFE Act. The county's top prosecutor adds that he doesn't recall his office prosecuting a case under that provision.
I can't remember a time when our office has even prosecuted some case under that section. Typically, there's a number of other criminal law violations when someone illegally possesses a gun, and I think that section was only a B misdemeanor, so I can't remember ever being charged here in this county. If it was, it would have been near the beginning of the law, and I'm certain it hasn't been charged here in the last 3 years.
Now, Swanson's statement comes after district attorneys from Erie and Niagara counties said they won't prosecute under the provision, which limits all guns to 7 bullets.
A new study hopes to shine some light on 2 different vaccinations for the flu. The study, published Monday in the journal Pediatrics, looks at the effectiveness of the traditional flu shot versus the nasal spray. Researchers used previous studies for the report. They concluded that the spray may not work as well as the shot against the flu in children. According to scientists, the shot is around 51% effective at battling the flu. They say the nasal spray is 26% effective. A professor noted that new data from the spray's manufacturer shows its performance has improved. That new data was not included in the study.
Well, certainly it is cold and flu season, so...
You're telling me.
I always get the flu shot, and we had the same conversation as Deja Vu. Knock on wood. So far, so good. But that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to jinx myself.
Lucky.
With anything. But poor Matt over here, he's not having such a good time.
It's Dakota's fault, so it's all right.
And we can trace that back to Rory.
Mm.
Oh, you're right. Tech and gadget lovers, this is your week. The Consumer Electronics Show is getting set to kick off in Las Vegas right now. Karen Kafa with a sneak peek at what we can expect gadget-wise.
A big topic of conversation here at CES is going to be transportation. And we're not just talking about driverless cars, we're talking about some smaller scale items too, like these e-scooters that have been popping up in fleets across the country. And that's another trend of CES. It's not just the big picture items like the big screen TVs, it's the little things that are going to make your life a little bit easier with the help of some technology.
Get ready for the wild, but also the more mild, like smart home devices, health tech, and pushing your smartphone further.
You can also use any object, like I said, so I can use a paintbrush to draw.
A common thread through the sprawling maze of exhibitions at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, 5G, the next generation of faster wireless.
Yeah, 5G is really the next innovation in wireless technology, and it's going to affect everything from smartphones to self-driving autonomous cars. So it has implications in a lot of different areas. It's not just another cell network.
High speed, low latency, aimed at powering more than just smartphones, like those self-driving cars. Autos have become a big part of CES, with the major automakers and others showcasing what's cutting edge. There is never a shortage of TVs at CES, eye-popping screen sizes and ever-dazzling resolution. This year, there will be a lot of talk about 8K, even though it'll be a while before price points and content make it feasible for living rooms. That may be the case with a lot of tech on the floor.
So typically what it is a showcase for new technologies. So it gives you sort of a roadmap into the future as to things that you're going to expect to see in a couple of years. But very rarely are the newest and greatest things something that are going to be commercialized this year.
As you can see behind me, CES is not yet officially underway. That happens tomorrow, but we are giving you a sneak preview here today. And we've been getting a sneak preview here in Las Vegas over the last couple of days, looking at some of the items that are going to create a lot of buzz, everything from items for your home, from the kitchen to the living room, and of course, an abundance of robots. In Las Vegas, I'm Karen Gaifa.
All right, Karen, looking really cool there. Thank you so much. Well, today is National Technology Day, so it's no coincidence that that tech show is going to kick off this week. Whether it's your cell phone, smart TV, laptop, iPad, or even Alexa, today's the day to recognize and appreciate all that tech in your life. Most of us probably couldn't imagine living without it, Matt. I mean, I think, certainly I love my smartphone probably a little too much, I'd have to say.
Well, I think in our field now we need it.
Right.
You know?
Certainly in news reporting, we certainly need it. And I suppose with all of you watching, probably on your smartphone, I would imagine, is probably the primary platform. I know some people can get to us on a computer as well, or our new mobile app, which is coming.
Yes.
It's coming. Hopefully sometime in the near future. We can't.
Yeah.
Our producers and execs, the people upstairs, say do not give a date because if something does happen.
Yeah.
But, and our live streaming YouTube as well. So you could actually watch us technically on a Roku or an Apple TV if you had the YouTube app to get on there. So we could technically be on TV, which would be kind of cool. So saying hello to Rory. He says, glad it could be here. It was a sneeze. Joseph says living in the 50s was grand. And you know what, Joseph? In a way, I think sometimes tech gives too many problems.
Yeah.
It solves a lot of problems, but it creates a lot too. So sometimes I guess it could kind of be a double-edged sword if you think about it in that way. Let's see here. And just want to give a big shout out to Relly Rel Jr. Thanks so much for being here and for joining us. We really appreciate that. Wendy says she can't wait to check out the tech show. So I think it should be really, really cool. I'd like to try out that 5G. I know it's not out yet. And then the 5K TVs they said?
I think.
I don't even have. We have 4K field cameras, which are cool, but we don't even broadcast it yet. So it's like the technology is going so fast that it's almost like you can't keep up with it.
Oh, good Lord!
Matt and technology, you guys aren't too close.
Well, you know who is close? Dakota's close with the weather.
He is
in a weird way, but I love it.
He's close with tech and weather.
Oh,
he'll cue us in on the possibility for some freezing rain tonight, so you want to stick around for that.
And later on, Jefferson Middle School students create a timeline of the Great Depression. We'll have more as News Now continues.
No technology then, huh?
No, sir.
You're watching WNY News Now. This is News Now at noon.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
I've always wanted to go to CES, but nowadays I don't, because in the consumer electronics industry, it's just putting Wi-Fi into unnecessary things. And in the car industry, it's Teslas and cars that want to be a Tesla. That's exactly where it is. This is why I do weather. So this is a picture that I took yesterday of mostly cloudy skies, but there were some peaks of blue sky peeking through at times. And hope you enjoyed it, because we won't be seeing this again, at least for a little while. So here's all the data you need to know for this complex storm system that is impacting the region. So a low pressure area passes to the southwest of the region. It's actually not going to move through here. It's passing through the southwest. And throughout the afternoon, temperatures will hover around freezing, and especially tonight. And you know what that's going to do, cause some pockets of wintry mix with some possible sleet and freezing rain to come down. And a light ice glaze is possible. We'll show you the ice accumulation in just a little bit as to what we were expecting. So this is a graphic that we threw together to kind of talk about black ice and why it's a big deal. Again, when the road temperature is anything below freezing, at freezing or below, and you get this light ice coating on the ground, essentially what it is, it's a thin layer of ice that accumulates on pavement, and because of its thin nature, it's very hard to see. So this is why black ice is often is a problem, and this could become an issue for us tonight as we get some freezing rain to come down. So that was just a nice graphic explaining that. Here's what's happening. This ridge of high pressure is moving out. We have a warm front that is out ahead of this system that's going to move through tomorrow, and behind it there's a cold front peeking through, and you know exactly what that front's going to do, drop the temperatures back down and change rain that we're going to have tomorrow over to snow. So here's a closer look on First Defense Doppler. We have mainly snow coming on through, but again, when you get into this pink area here, this pink to purple, that indicates a mixed precipitation of wintry mix, possibly some sleet and freezing rain. So once again, the National Weather Service continues the winter weather advisory across all of western New York until 1 a.m. tonight. And again, there's also a wind advisory in effect for the southern tier. And this is mainly for wind gusts right near the Lake Erie shoreline and the northward facing hills, maybe around 50 miles an hour. So keep an eye on that if you're heading out. News Now Cam, you can see a little bit of the snow and raindrops that have fallen on the camera lens. It's 26 right now with an east wind of 12. And with that east wind, with that wind of 12, look what it does to the wind chill, knocks it down to 15. So it's making it feel a lot colder when you step outside. Here we go with Future Scan. This is our high-res model data that we have. You can see it picks up on the chance for that rain and snow showers. Again, there's those chance for sleet, wintry mix throughout the early afternoon. It looks like we'll have a little bit of a break in it at times, and then more rain will start to overspread the region tonight as temperatures actually rise throughout the overnight as that warm front moves through. We should be in the 40s by tomorrow morning. Same thing for tomorrow afternoon. Pockets of light to moderate rain, and look at what happens as the cold front comes through, changes it to snow for Wednesday. Pockets of snow for Wednesday. So this is how much ice we're expecting. Really not a huge deal here. This is not going to be the ice storm of the century, but this will cause some slick roads. So again, just take it easy out there. We should be a few hundredths of an inch of ice, and again, that will cause some slippery roadways and some slippery sidewalks. So please just take it easy out there and use salt in your winter driving skills. Zone by zone temperatures today, maybe the lower 40s to the Lake Erie shoreline, wintry mix and breezy. The winds are not going to die down at all. They'll actually pick up a little bit as we go throughout tonight. Eastern counties here hovering right near freezing throughout the day with rain and snow, possibly chance for some freezing rain, especially later in the day. Next 7 days coming up on the screen right now, 45 tomorrow, but again, as that cold front comes through, knocks us back to winter once again, and that winter pattern continues all the way into the weekend. Sports is next. Do not go away.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. I don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. I have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Hello, sports fans, and good afternoon. Welcome back to News Now at Noon. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tonight, with a 7 o'clock jump ball, the Jamestown Red Raiders girls basketball team will be on the road to face off against the Williamsville North Spartans. The Red Raiders are currently 2-7, losing their last 6 games. Williamsville North is on a 4-game winning streak. The Buffalo Bills agreed to terms on a contract with wide receiver Duke Williams on Sunday. Williams spent the last 2 seasons playing for the Edmonton Eskimos in the Canadian Football League, being named a CFL All-Star and a CFL West All-Star in 2018. Williams has not been on an NFL team since 2016, when he was cut by the LA Rams. With the NFL wildcard games complete, the divisional round games will go as followed. On Saturday afternoon at 4:35, the Kansas City Chiefs will host the Indianapolis Colts. Then later at 8:15, the Los Angeles Rams will host the Dallas Cowboys. At 1:05 p.m. on Sunday, the Pats will be hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Then later in the afternoon at 4:40, the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles will go on the road against the New Orleans Saints. The Cowboys, Rams, and Eagles-Saints game will be televised on Fox. The Colts-Chiefs game will be on NBC, and the Pats-Chargers game will be on CBS. Fans can also always watch the games on the NFL app. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Awesome, Norm. Thank you very much. We'll be watching those really closely. Well, some 6th graders in Aaron Knapp's class at Jefferson Middle School created a Great Depression project around the novel Bud Not Buddy. Rudy Mayer, Mallory Atwater, Addison Zhang, and Berlin Peterson created an independent project around the Great Depression. Take a look at this. They created a visual timeline of Great Depression with quotes, texts, and pictures. They used the timeline to teach the rest of the class what they learned during that project. Now, teachers there said that the project allowed them to advance their skills, such as time management, and had to keep up with the regular ELA curriculum as well. And the girls created the project based on their ELA unit and reading that novel, Bud Not Buddy. The novel is about Bud Cladwell, a 10-year-old orphan living in Flint, Michigan back in 1936. For more on this story, you can head on over to WNYNewsNow.com right now. And guys, you know, I've read that novel, and let me tell you, I think that's a great novel for them to read and really get a good grasp on the Great Depression. So
I guess now I have to download an ebook of it, I guess, and
yeah,
put it on my phone and read it.
Exactly.
It's good.
I would say I probably still have the book, but I think it was probably like a school book, honestly. So
Anybody else read, what was that one book in 6th grade? Watson's Go to Birmingham? Anybody else read that book?
Oh, I didn't. Maybe that's like the, you know how they have like alternates?
Yeah.
Some teachers do this, some teachers do that. But good for them. Really cool project. Interesting that they had to juggle it with their current work. That's not always easy to do.
I know, that's hard to do. Speaking of hard to do, weather forecasting sometimes can be hard to do. So let's go through this very quickly. So for tonight, wintry mix early changes over to all rain as a warm front comes through. The temperatures will rise. 32, that's our bottoming low temperature. We'll end up around 43 degrees tomorrow morning. And look at that wind out of the south, 15 to 35 miles an hour. And winter is coming back, and it's here to stay throughout pretty much the next 7 days. Or should I say at least the next 6 of the 7 days. So Hope you enjoyed the 50 and sunshine, because that's not coming back anytime soon, folks.
All right, Dakota. We certainly enjoyed it while it was here.
Yeah.
You'll obviously, I'm sure, have updates throughout the day on social media, our website, WNYNewsNow.com as well, about that freezing rain. So drive careful tonight if we are driving out there as well. That'll do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at that web address. It's WNYNewsNow.com. Soon to be the WNY News Now app. Woo! We'll see you back here tomorrow for our TGIT edition.
TGITH. Oh, no.
No, that's Thursday.
Yeah, okay. All right. Never mind.
TGIT.
Never mind.
I know what I'm talking about most of the time.